What's up, beautiful? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, welcome. On this channel, we talk about everything lifestyle, business, and faith. My name is Brittany, and I am a military wife living in Japan with my family. And today, I want to talk about some things that I know I did wrong when I launched my business and how I would do things differently for the next business. If you're interested in that, let's go. So to give you a quick backstory, I did recently launch a new business called the Hollow Brand, and it is a self-care and wellness business. Within that business, I wanted to launch a candle collection. That didn't happen, and here are a list of things that I would do differently whenever I launch my next business. So if you haven't checked out this video, make sure you go and check it out, because that'll give you a little bit more backstory on what happened in that business and why we decided not to launch the candle collection. So here are some of the things that I would do differently next time I decide to launch a business. Number one, as I mentioned, I am a military wife. I live in Japan. So one of the things that I think that came into play with me not being successful at this last launch was because I was doing business in the United States from Japan. And that was just such a huge communication barrier between me and the manufacturer, trying to get things done in a timely fashion. Getting things shipped to me here in Japan took some time. You have to go through customs because I am in the military, and if you ship it directly to Japan, it's going to take probably a little longer, opposed to if you ship it to the base, it would be a little bit shorter, but you do have to go through customs and all of that. So I would say for me, the next time I launch a business, I'm definitely going to do business with someone that's local. That way I can see the product, I can touch the product, I can actually have contact with the manufacturer on the same time zone that I am on. I think that will be helpful for me moving forward. Which brings me to number two, being able to compare manufacturers. Something that I didn't do the last time with the candle collection is I didn't compare manufacturers. I just went with this one manufacturer who I trusted and liked, and I just went with them. And I didn't stack up other manufacturers against them to see which one I wanted to go with. I just went with this one. I put all my eggs in one basket, and that's something that I am not going to do the next time. I think with me being here in Japan, I'll be able to compare manufacturers and be able to see what they're able to offer me opposed to the next person, and stack those up, compare and contrast which one works for me and why. And I'm able to do that, in real time, in a more timely fashion, and it won't take weeks and months, and I'm able to see and talk to someone more frequently. Number three, testing. Definitely test the product. With my candle collection, I wasn't able to test the product because I did not have a product to test. The product didn't reach me. Let's just say that. I did have samples of the product in terms of the fragrance, in terms of the smell. I had samples of the smell and how it would smell, little tiny samples. But my actual product that I was wanting to launch was having difficulty reaching me for whatever reason, and I wasn't able to test that product. So whenever I did my soft launch, I didn't test the product. The manufacturer tested the product, but I should have tested the product on my own before I launched even the pre-launch. So moving forward, before I launch, before I pre-launch, before I pre-sale, before I do any of those things, I am going to test my product myself and not rely on the manufacturer to give me, a rate on how good the product is or not, to give me feedback on the quality of the product. you know, being able to get it in my hands and test it myself. Moving forward, that's definitely something that I'm going to do. Okay, so number 4 is research. Research. Making sure that I'm doing my research on the product thoroughly. And not only just research on the product, but making sure that I'm researching other brands that are doing what I am doing. So that's something that I feel that I didn't do long enough. I did it with the candle collection. I did research other candle companies. I did research like how to launch a candle collection, but I don't think that I researched long enough, because some of the things that came up that I wasn't aware of, I feel like I could have been made aware of those things had I just did a little bit more digging. So moving forward, whenever I am launching my next product, my next business, I am going to make sure that I am doing my due diligence and researching that product thoroughly. Number 5, patience. I was very eager to launch my candle collection. I felt like I was ready to jump back into entrepreneurship. I had just got my baby to a point where he was 1 year old, and this was something that was presented to me for years. I felt like I had the right team in place to launch the candle collection, and I was ready to go. I was eager. I was ready to jump. And I think that had I just taken a seat back, taken a couple steps back, it may have saved me a lot of headache in the long run. So moving forward, I'm definitely going to take my time. I'm going to be patient. I'm not going to press any issue, any timelines, any of that moving forward whenever I launch my next business. So this is number 6, and this is kind of a bonus, and it may be a little controversial, but I'm going to say it. And that is doing business with friends. Here's what I learned. I learned that I am not the business woman to do business with friends. I don't enjoy doing business with friends because I value my friendships. I love all of my friends, and I feel like whenever I want to be able to pick up the phone and call my friends and have a friendly conversation like we typically would do, I want to be able to do that without having an elephant in the room about business, whether that be about a timeline, a deadline, about money, or any of that. I don't want that elephant in the room whenever it comes time for me to talk to my friend. And I just think that it could get very gray very fast when it comes to doing business with friends. And moving forward, I will always support my friends. I think that I am a very supportive friend, and I am going to continue to support my friends. I will give them business. I will refer them out to people. I will support them financially, but I am no longer going to hire my friends for business for myself. And I think I just want to work with people that I don't have any type of connection to in terms of like family, friends, any of that. And that's not to say that, you know, whoever I hire moving forward, I won't have a cordial relationship with that person, because I feel like I will. Obviously, I'll have to be close with them because I'm working and doing business with them, but it definitely will be boundaries in place, and it won't be anything that is connected to, you know, like an intimate feeling with this person. So that's a lesson that I learned from my last business encounter, and moving forward I am going to have a very non-biased opinion about my next business adventures. So that's what I would recommend moving forward, not just for me but for you as well. So I hope this video has been helpful for you. I hope that whenever you launch your business that you take some of the things that I mentioned into consideration. And if this video has been helpful for you, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit your notification bell so you don't miss another Brittany Ingram upload. And I will talk to you soon. Bye, beautiful.